My name is Edward Deats, and I was the chief hospital corpsman, E7 on the Nimitz. I went into the Navy from New York, from Brooklyn, New York. I joined. They took me, I just turned 18 in November 17th, and they took me on December 5th, 1965. And after we sworn in, they put us on a train, and they sent us to Great Lakes, Illinois. So I was in the Navy. And we arrived there actually on December 7th, Pearl Harbor Day. What a day, you know? And we get there, we get off the train, and we actually had to swear in again. So my official date of my naval service begins on December 7th, 1965. And I went to boot camp. I grew up on the streets of Brooklyn. I was 18, I just turned 18. I had a different outlook on life than a lot of people. Well, what happens, I went with a bunch of New Yorkers, so we were all same kind of experiences. And I get there, and they determined, when I went for my physical, they determined I needed glasses. So they put me in what they call a holding company. So anybody that needs dental work, eyeglasses, whatever, medical condition, they put us in a holding company. And when they waited until they got 80 people. And so actually, I went through, you know, I was there an extra 2 weeks than the guys that went with me initially. And so I think it was a good thing because I got to meet people from all across the country. So I got to experience their experiences too. So I think that was a real plus to me. I didn't have a problem at all. I had to learn all of my general orders and all the things that had to go along with boot camp. You know, but I thought it was great. I enjoyed the times I went to boot camp. Our company, ROPC, Recruit Petty Officer in Charge, he was an older guy. He was like 32, and he was from Georgia, and never been in snow in his life. So of course we're there in December, right? So what happens? You know, about 3 weeks later, we have a massive blizzard, and we're marching to the chow hall, and he walked into a snowdrift because he had his head down and he's marching alongside of it, and we lost him. And we get to the chow hall and he's not there. A couple of guys we had to go back out and try to find him. He finally got through the snowdrift and everything, but he was buzzed out. I never experienced this. It was crazy. Another fun thing was my rack mate was from Alabama. His name was Gladden. It's amazing I can remember that name, but I always remember Gladden because he had all his teeth pulled in holding company, and he didn't have an accent. He just, it was just plain. And but the poor guy was just a good old boy, and so I had to help him make his rack because if you weren't perfect, you had the two people. If you weren't perfect, you paid the penalty and push-ups and stuff that your rack mate messed up on. A week before we were graduating, he got his dentures, and he put them in, and he had the worst Southern accent in the world. Nobody could understand a single word he was saying. I said, Gladden, where did you get that accent from? He said, I had it all along, It was hilarious. But my transition into that life, I loved it. I thought it was great.